Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is July 18, 2022. We are in the New Testament, and we are in the book of Matthew, and we're going to read chapter 26, verse 1 to 29 today. All right. So we're going to start off back with the Pharisees and the priests and the Jewish rulers. Last time we saw them, they were trying to trap Jesus in between the law of Caesar and the law of Moses. And not only did Jesus get out of that trap, but he told them, hey, you know what, you got to be doing what's right here on page 1. Love God with all your heart and soul. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. So you do that, and it doesn't matter whose law you're under. You're on the right law. So angered them that here we see that they have decided, you know what, not only are we upset that he's shown us how our error in the law, we're just going to throw our law away because we're just going to kill him, and we're going to make up a reason. We don't care. In fact, we're even going to try and bribe one of his disciples to show us who he is, even though we know who he is. And we're going to take him during a Passover feast. We're going to wait till nighttime when people are out in their house and he's out praying, and then we're going to jump him and we're going to take him. So they not only reject Jesus as the Lord, as the Messiah, as a human being, as a teacher of the law. They reject the law. They reject everything about their own offices just to get it even with him and get rid of him. We see Jesus anointed for his burial. So more of him explaining to his disciples, hey, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to die in a few days, and then I'm going to be resurrected, and that's when we start doing things. So the Messiah wasn't there to slay all the Romans. He was there to do a much bigger purpose under God's plan. He celebrates Passover. And you can see as he's celebrating Passover that he's inserting himself into that. So he becomes the atoning sacrifice. This is when he starts talking about him as an atoning sacrifice. So let's go ahead and we're going to read chapter 26, verse 1 to 29. When Jesus had finished all these things, he said to his disciples, you know that after 2 days the Passover is coming, and the Son of Man will be delivered up to be crucified. Then the chief priests and the elders of the people gathered in the palace of the high priest, whose name was Caiaphas, and plotted together in order to arrest Jesus by stealth and kill him. But they said, not during the feast, lest there be an uproar among the people. Now when Jesus was at Bethany in the house of Simon the leper, a woman came up to him with an alabaster flask of very expensive ointment, and she poured it on his head as he reclined at table. And when the disciples saw it, they were indignant, saying, why this waste? For this could have been sold for a large sum and given to the poor. But Jesus, aware of this, said to them, why do you trouble the woman? For she has done a beautiful thing to me. For you always have the poor with you, but you will not always have me. In pouring this ointment on my body, she has done it to prepare me for burial. Truly I say to you, wherever this gospel is proclaimed in the whole world, what she has done will also be told in memory of that. Then one of the 12, whose name was Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priests and said, what will you give me if I deliver him over to you? And they paid him 30 pieces of silver, and from that moment they sought an opportunity to betray him. Now on the first day of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Jesus, saying, where will you have us prepare for you to eat the Passover? He said, go into the city to a certain man and say to him, the teacher says, my time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at your house with my disciples. And the disciples did as Jesus had directed them, and they prepared the Passover. When it was evening, he reclined at table with the 12, and as they were eating, he said, truly I say to you, one of you will betray me. And they were very sorrowful and began to say to him one after another, is it I, Lord? He answered, he who has dipped his hand in the dish with me will betray me. The Son of Man goes, it is written of him, but woe to that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It would have been better for that man if he had not been born. Judas, who would betray him, answered, is it I, Rabbi? He said to him, you have said so. Now as they were eating, Jesus took bread, and after blessing it, broke it and gave it to the disciples, and said, take, eat, this is my body. And he took a cup, and when he had given thanks, he gave it to them, saying, drink of it, all of you, for this is of my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins. I tell you, I will not drink again of this fruit of the vine until that day when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom. May God bless the reading of his word, and may God bless you. Bye.